What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight, okay, making their debut on the channel tonight, we have In Search of Giants. Yes, indeed, how about that? In Search of Giants making their debut on the channel. Before we go any further, for those of you who are feeling inclined to doing all the clicks and the likes and the bibbity-boobity-bob, do me a favor. Before you do all that, please watch the whole video first, okay? Give me a chance to earn those clicks and likes. Now look, after the video's over, if you still feel like doing all those clicks and likes, then by all means, feel free to click away. This comes as a request from Strike Shamrock. And Strike Shamrock wanted to see me react to this song by In Search of Giants called Outland. Now, have I heard the song before? No, I have not. To the best of my knowledge, this does not resonate with me in any way, shape, or form. However, there's always a possibility I may have heard the song in passing and I just don't realize it. So as always, if I start listening to the song and I suddenly go, wait a second, I recognize this song, I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. This was posted by Space Untravel, okay? And the video has 5,885 views. Not gonna get you there, sorry. Look, I'm sure the song is fine. I'm sure the video's fine. I'm just saying 5,885 views, it's not gonna get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. In Search of Giants, Outland. Cool. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
I like how they're playing with time signature. I really dig that. The intro was in 4/4. Cool. They had this section where they kind of lost time a little bit. There was no time actually being kept, which is fine. As long as everybody comes in on the same spot. I'm sure in a live situation, these guys will have a click or something going to cue them in. When they went into the verse, I noticed they weren't in 4, and I very quickly found 7/8, which I was really thrilled about. going into what I believe what we heard was just the chorus, also in 7/8, with a resolution of the end of each phrase in 4/4, which was really cool. It's a nice way to kind of break things up a little bit. I won't go so far as to say reminiscent of Dream Theater. I mean, I guess there are certain aspects. I will say the lead singer does sound a bit like James LaBrie. A bit. I mean, he has a lot of the same characteristics in his voice that James LaBrie has. I'll go as far as to say this sounds like early Dream Theater. Like this sounds like this song could have been put on the album Images and Words, or it could have been put on Awake. And either one, it would have been fine. I think it would have worked. I'm leaning more toward Images and Words, honestly. It's a good song. I mean, I'm enjoying it. I don't know what it is about it. It doesn't sound familiar. I think it's just because I'm equating it possibly to having some ties with Dream Theater, but it doesn't. Okay, the song itself does not sound familiar, but the style of song is bringing back memories, good memories, great memories of high school. This is the kind of stuff I was listening to in high school. Is this style of music, kind of like the prog rock and jazz? You know, I could have absolutely seen myself listening to this in high school. Absolutely. Anyway, let's keep going here. Dang. We ended in 9/8. For the end of the solo, we ended in 9/8. But before that, we were in 8/8. It took me a while to figure out that section. I'm not going to lie, because I kept wanting to count 7 because of the way the subdivisions were happening, the way they were subdividing. It made it feel like 7, but it wasn't 7. It was 8. That's good stuff, man. God, that's good stuff. I love it when bands do that. I love it when you throw that curveball at you and you think you got to figure it out, but then you're like, oh, no, wait a minute, hold on. That's not it. That's not it. It's not lining up. And then you realize, oh my, like in this situation, like I said, it felt like 7/8 during the guitar solo, but it wasn't. It was actually 8/8, but the subdivisions were throwing me off. And then they went into 9/8 to round it off and finish it off. And that was slick. That was nice. Very nice job. In Search of Giants. Why have I never heard of these guys before? I may have to look into doing more of these guys. I don't know if there's any more in the queue. Let me just check really quick. I'm curious. I hope there is. Let's see. In Search of Giants. There is not. So this is the only song in the queue. Or that was in the queue. Not it's on the queue anymore. Oh boy. We'll talk about that more in the review. Let's keep going for right now. Yeah. I dug this. I absolutely dug this. Great stuff happening in there. Let me get my thoughts together and I'll see you in the review and we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was In Search of Giants with a tune called Outland. This was a request from Strike Shamrock. Wow. Okay, I think by now you could probably tell that I enjoyed this, right? Now the question is, how much did I enjoy it? Well, I'm about to answer that question for you right now. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm gonna give that an 8.7. Yep, 8.7. I feel good about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
For those of you who have been watching the channel for a long time and have wondered what I would listen to in high school, because in high school I wasn't listening to Pearl Jam and I wasn't listening to Soundgarden and I wasn't listening to Nirvana. Well, if I wasn't listening to those bands, what was I listening to? Stuff like this. This is the kind of stuff I was listening to in high school. I would go as far as to call it prog rock. I would. I mean, okay. There are two sides to prog rock, and I know a lot of people will disagree with me on that, but I know a lot of people also agree with me on that as well. there are two sides to prog rock. There is the key signature / melodic side of prog rock, and then there is the rhythmic / subdivision / time signature side of prog rock. This definitely falls into the latter. This definitely falls into the latter side with a lot of different time signature changes, a lot of different feel changes, and a lot of subdivision work. Now this was definitely prog in my opinion. Maybe not so much from a melodic standpoint. From a chordal structure standpoint, the song was not that difficult. It was not that hard to follow. I've heard far more difficult songs melodically than this, but it was pleasing to the ear. Everything sounded good. The chordal structure flowed. The chordal patterns flowed. Melodic lines flowed. Everything flowed like a river. It sounded great from a melodic standpoint. Wouldn't say complicated, but very pleasing to the ear. Yes, indeed. But from the time signature standpoint and the subdivision standpoint and the feel standpoint, yeah, this was prog. Absolutely, this was prog. The play between 4/4 to 7/8 to the section of, I believe it's the chorus where they would do 7/8, 7/8, 7/8, 8/8. That was great, man. That didn't feel awkward at all. It was so Rush-like. It was frightening. I would even compare it to early Dream Theater. Like, I don't know about when Dreams and Day Unite. I don't know if I would go that far. I was not a fan of that album. I really wasn't. I felt like that album was like Dream Theater was trying to find their own feet. You know, they were trying to find put their feet on the ground and and start walking. They were trying to do it. It wasn't until I heard Images and Words when I was like, okay, yeah, there we go. There we go. That's a good start right there. I would definitely say that I could have seen this album being put, or this song being put on that album, Images and Words, and it would have fit like a glove. Absolutely would have fit like a glove. Just enough technicality to make it prog, but at the same time, fairly easier song by later Dream Theater standards and very pleasing to the ear. The vocalist in particular, I was really getting shades of James LaBrie. I really was. A lot of the same tonal aspects, the same range, the same, for lack of a better word, the same struggles on the upper register where his voice would start to sound pinched, just like James LaBrie's does. But it still sounded really good. It still sounded good. It fit the song like a glove. The drumming on this, top notch. The drumming and the bass playing on this were absolutely outstanding. All of the subdivision work that was being done was being set up by them, and it showed. It absolutely showed. It was fantastic. Well done. Got no issue with the drumming or the bass playing whatsoever. The guitar playing, dug it. I absolutely dug it. I love the guitar tone. I think the guitar tone was perfect for the type of song it was. I would not want to see it get any heavier or thicker because that might take away from its ability to portray and convey its precision with its attacks within the notes. It might get muddy, so I don't want to see that happen. The solos, I saw a variety of techniques within his solos. I could hear sweep picking, hammer-ons, and pull-offs. I could hear tapping being done in spots. Some great sustain notes. When he would sustain, he would add, he would start with the flat sustain and then he would add a little bit of vibrato. I like that. I've always liked that. When guitar players start to do a sustain note and they just go immediately into the hard vibrato, I mean, it works, but I've never been the biggest fan of it. Not like when they do it tastefully, and they start with that sustain and they ever so slightly bring in the vibrato afterwards. Very nicely done. No, I like it. I like it. I absolutely like it. I liked everything about it. I believe this is a great song. I've never heard of these guys. I don't know why I've never heard of these guys. That's a real shame on my part. But now that I've heard something from them and there's nothing else in the queue, and I don't think anybody else is going to request these guys, honestly. I'm willing to bet no one else will. So I'm going to go looking for more of these guys on my own. And I'm going to go and see what else they have to offer. So don't worry about requesting these guys. I don't have the patience for this. I'm just going to go look for them on my own. So, if you guys feel like requesting more from them, you're more than welcome to. But if you do, there's a good chance I may have already heard the song by the time you see this video. So, you're welcome to try, but If I tell you I can't do a reaction to it because I just heard it, well, don't be surprised. Anyway, 8.7, great score for your first time out on the channel. I feel good with that score, and that is where we're going to stay. It is a great score for what I feel is a great song. 8.7, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hopefully I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, that did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference at all to me, but if you guys feel like doing these things, then by all means, feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for the night, folks. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.